Alright, day 2 of recording these videos. Lab Partners Part 1. Lab in the title means you probably finish going up the river finally. Season 3 will be them going down the river to get back to the ocean. More Kentrosaurs. Surprising amount of Kentrosaurs this season. No substantial scenes, but just like multiple individuals is kind of surprising given that we only ever saw the one on Manticore.
There. Captain Lang brought the dinosaurs up this secret river.
Too bad they're not dinosaurs. You know, the thing we came to find.
Waiting for the actually.
Did you hear that? Sounds like a generator.
Baba, listen. We think we found the place we've been looking for.
Anyone else think
Do we think her dad's in on it?
14-year-old down there and
It would be a little bit like retreading plot points if her father's in on this, because it's just Kenji's plotline if they do that.
Thus?
And we can't
But
just leave her here by herself.
it is weird. Like
You're
there's
right.
some emphasis
You
on the
all stay
phone
back with
calls,
Zaina. I'll go check things out.
We're not staying behind.
which
while
makes
you
it
run
seem
face
like
first
there's a
into
little more
danger.
to that.
Zaina's old enough to decide for herself.
That's why they couldn't render the lions last episode. It would have cut into the chicken budget. Okay. Also, we have had 3 new animals this season, right? Majungasaurus, hippopotamus, Gallus. So, like, that's kind of funny. We've had 1 new dinosaur species at the expense of 2 modern animals that had to get models made. Not that modeling a chicken takes the same amount of budget as modeling a Majungasaurus, but still, it's kind of funny. The chicken conspiracy. The chickens saw them come and turned off the generator. We can't let them know about our secret chicken society. Well, it's been a while since we've seen one of you. So that's the security system, and the chickens are there to feed them, maybe? Nice to see these guys come back. It's been since, what, season 2 or 3?
Kenji!
Probably the same model. It looks like they still have, like, the double nostril thing going on, too. Which was always a weird quirk. Like, yeah, they got, like... I don't know if it's actually, like, double nostril. I think there's something out here about this. I think this has been explained, but I don't remember what it is. If it's, like, a snake heat-sensing pit, or what the deal is. It's an interesting detail for the design, though. Yeah, obviously. Where else are they gonna hide a facility? It has to be underground. Oh, they were not secured well at all. Secret elevator? That's what I'm expecting.
whoa.
Nope.
Would you look
Actual stairs. So they've paired off Ben and Kenji again.
Don't worry. I'm sure they'll be.
So they're leaning into the, oh my god, is Ben gonna actually tell Kenji that Brooklyn's alive? Is he gonna do it? They did this already though. They did it on the boats or whatever. Like, can we rip this Band-Aid off? Can we get this over with? I hate this kind of drama in any show. The whole like person 1 has a secret that affects person 2, and they feel conflicted about telling person 2 for some reason. Are they gonna do it? Aren't they gonna do it? I hate this shit. It's just like, it's such generically easy drama to make, and it just is not interesting or compelling.
Okay.
Not unless you have a real good reason to be conflicted.
There's gotta be
And
another way
this
out
show
with
has
it down
not
there,
done that.
right?
None of the reasons they've given are good enough for me. I'm gonna protect you, despite the fact that you're clearly already in danger. Yeah. Okay. Secret elevator, maybe now actually happening. Secret elevator, completely expected. You can't get the dinosaurs down into a lab through a stairwell. What I actually paused here to say, the Monolophosaurus' infighting, that was very Velociraptor, you know, the Lost World, right? After the one falls off the roof or whatever it was, and then hits the other one and they fight and Sarah Harding escapes. Very Lost World there. But the Monolophosaurus in Camp Cretaceous were presented as being more cooperative. They were presented as being very cowardly alone. And then in groups, they got a little bit more mold, which I feel like that runs a little counter to this infighting here. The notion that they do that isn't completely undermined here by the singular Monolophosaur chasing the kids around, because there were two, so fine, whatever. They, it wasn't just one mono, there was two, so even if they get separated, they know their friends nearby. Fine, whatever. I liked in Camp Cretaceous that they gave the Monolophosaurus like a unique characteristic, something to set it apart from any other small carnivore. That cowardice, that wanting to be in a pack thing. I would have liked to see that maybe a little more re-emphasized here. Also, the dinosaurs infighting to let the characters escape is very lazy. Oh no, they found our elevator! Get them! Well, it's actually a ramp, but, I think this show would benefit if the teenagers could get injured a little bit. There's
I like the flicker. Felt like I was at a party.
absolutely no blood in this show, so you don't really get a sense of physical peril on the kids. If they could get scraped up, at least. I'm not saying, like, dismembered. Just a little bit, then it would have a little bit more of a vibe to it. Sorry, that was a Lystrosaurus. Let's pay attention here. This is interesting. So the lab complex. But yeah, like throughout the films, right? We see our main characters usually get pretty beat up and scraped up throughout, the runtime, right? Even when we know a character is not going to die, it helps to add some sense that they're, actually in peril. Whereas it does start to wear thin after 7 seasons that, like, nobody takes any substantial injuries. I mean, that's not entirely true, right? We had Kenji dislocate his shoulder, like, whatever. But it'd be nice to see a little more wear and tear. There was some of that with, like, clothing in Camp Cretaceous, but I get it. Like, I understand show's target audience is a younger audience. The fucking mandate is no blood or whatever, so fine, I get it. So, Lystrosaurus. Maybe confirmation on where Lystrosaurus came from, because we only see Lystro in the Malta scene, which makes it like a black market species, conceptually. We got a little baryonyx. I don't know what this is. Is this just like a sensor, like a monitoring sensor for the specimen or something? It's got like a cape. It'd be nice to see something spicy here in this lab for like a new animal be teased or something. We got a Baraki. So the animals in the tanks are apparently alive.
The broker isn't just importing and exporting dinos.
Well, that one's kind of weird looking.
Too.
Nothing like a diverse portfolio.
What is this?
Captain Lang? Run!
Cleanup crew. That was red, I think. So this is Soyona. It would make sense that the Atrociraptor wouldn't try too hard here either, because presumably, if this is red, the laser target was on the captain. I mean, it probably would still kill them if it could, but it's not going to be... Yeah, it's not going to be driven mad by its training to, like, risk its own self to go after them. If they're down in a pit, it's just going to be like, fuck this shit. I'm leaving. Something else in the pit. So yeah, the Atrocity didn't go into the pit because I knew there was another animal's, territory or whatever down there. It smelt it, whatever.
An incubator.
So this facility is kind of like mothballed. It's dusty.
The egg's gotta be close by.
Apparently not. The fuck
No,
do
I'm
I
going
know? Ooh, spicy albino baryonyx. If that's what I assume they're going for there is albinism. How have we never really had like an albino dinosaur in this franchise before now? It's such an obvious twist to do for like a unique animal. Is it blind? Seems like it's blind. Oh, it just doesn't have eyes. Well, that's gnarly. Okay, I noticed something here with this baryonyx. Let me get the shot. Does the Fallen Kingdom baryonyx have the nostril receded on the snout? Because I believe this is a real feature of Spinosaurids, which implies is a piece of evidence for the fishing lifestyle amongst all the other obvious pieces of evidence for the fishing lifestyle. The nostril being further up on the snout means the snout can be kept underwater, the tip of the snout, to catch fish without interrupting the animal's breathing. I'm actually curious if that's in the Fallen Kingdom design. I'm going to look it up. Okay, first things first, fuck AI art. Why is this like the first thing that comes up when you look up baryonyx on Google? Why is Google such fucking dog shit these days? Like, what the fuck? It's a little hard to tell with actual screenshots from the image, but on the render, the nostril does seem to be recessed further back on the snout. Yeah, see, this one has it further back as well. It's on the website design too, which it should be. I'm actually surprised they got that. That like the film design has the receded nostril. I'm actually like shocked because a lot of the rest of the design is very inaccurate. So like baffling that they actually got that. There's a shot where you can see the nostril from Fallen Kingdom. So yeah, I think it's further back here. Because it's like back here, like past the extension of the jaw. Whereas here, it's like right above it. So they've moved it further back, at least in this design, if not just in like Dominion or something. So it was not always that far back. So maybe that's why I didn't notice. Because like this position of the nostril would not really stand out to me that much. But once you moved it back further to where it is in this, then it stands out a bit more. Yeah, I can't tell. If the nostril's like there, then it's probably a little further back in Dominion. Further back in Camp Cretaceous Season 1, too. So the placement in Camp Cretaceous was pretty good. It stood out here because it specifically was sniffing. They called attention to the nostril placement. What is it with baryonyxes in this franchise also getting jacked the fuck up? Because we've got the one that's missing an arm, the juvenile from Dominion. We got this one. And he's dead. End of the line. So, this lab has been running recently. Why is it abandoned, like, now? Like, this moment? Like, this week or whatever? Maybe it was cleaned out when the DPW operation was, revealed? It's possible. Possible. Or maybe it's not. Maybe the whole place runs with a skeleton crew. And they just haven't happened to stumble across people. Maybe the operation's been winding down. I don't know. One-way glass.
Dude, you totally scared me. Can you see me? Is that Bumpy's egg?
Brooklyn. Ben?
Brooklyn?
Okay.
Brooklyn.
Well, how convenient.
I told you to stay away. You can't be following me like this.
She's alive.
How convenient. How the sheer level of convenience of that scene. one, there's a interrogation room with one-way glass. Two, they end up on opposite sides of the glass at the same time. Three, the eggs happen to be there. Four, fucking Brooklyn shows up. Like, we could infer that Brooklyn was here, right? Because clearly, you know, Soyona and the Atrociraptor were here, right? We saw them all leave together. So, yeah, Brooklyn being in the facility does make sense, but it's still an insane level of coincidence to find all three of those people essentially in the same room at random. I mean, I guess the fact that Brooklyn's there is because the eggs are there, right? She's obviously retrieving the eggs. But yeah, I hate this, like, contrived drama of, like, keeping secrets from each other. Meh. Underwhelming. The lab is interesting, though. Very interesting. I'm very interested to see where this is going.